So on the 6th day of semester, my uni gave to me 6 project students to check. Hi, I'm Caroline. Welcome to the 6th day of my little series, the 12 days of semester. I'm a UK-based physics lecturer, and I thought it'd be fun just to track 12 days in the build-up to the Christmas vacation. Now, the students may have finished, so our undergraduate students may have gone home now for the Christmas vacation. However, we do still have on campus the PhD students, postdoctoral researchers, our teaching staff, our academic staff, our administration staff. So I'm still actively working at the moment. I haven't broken yet for my Christmas vacation. And one of the things that are on my checklist of activities for today is to make sure I've checked up on 6 project students. Well, 2 project students are currently out on placement, and the other 4 I need to make sure I've got the materials ready for them, so when they start after Christmas we're all good to go. So as an academic member of staff, I look after bachelor students when they're on their professional training year. So that's a placement that our students can put into their degree course. I also look after MPhys students when they're on their research year. And so the research year is a different type of placement, but again, it's a year-long placement that the students go out on. And I also look after MSc project students when they take on their dissertation. So being a lecturer is much more than just teaching at the front of a classroom and looking after some PhD students. I've also got bachelor's programme students doing placements, I've got MPhys students on their placement, I've got master's students doing their summer dissertations, and all of those are doing projects which I am in part responsible for looking after, and in some cases I'm responsible for creating. So the students who are out on their MPhys placement, the way it works, they actually go out on placement in February time and their placement lasts until January time. So they are coming to their end of their placement experience. I've got 2 students at the moment out with the company that I'm looking after. I see them 3 times throughout the year to make sure that things are going okay, and they are just finalising their dissertations. So as part of their placement, at the end of the year, they have to write up a dissertation and turn it in, and it counts towards their degree mark. So I'll just be sending a couple of emails to those students just to make sure that everything's going okay. We chatted a few weeks ago to make sure their dissertations were on track and they were going to be ready to submit in time. But yeah, I'll just check in with them and make sure things are all right. And then after Christmas, I'm going to have 2 bachelor students start their final year project with me. So 2 students have selected a project that I'm offering next year as their final year project. And 1 student will be working on the relationship between social media and citations and journal publications. And the other student is going to be actually working on the metallurgy and looking at how the horseshoe actually impacts the way that a horse moves. So you'll probably tell that those aren't my typical physics areas that I research day to day. And one of the lovely things about the bachelor's course is that they can do a final year project, and we can, as academics, pick projects that are complementary to our research areas or explore things that have sparked our curiosity. And both those projects I'm really looking forward to getting started. Over the years, I've had some really good students doing some really interesting bachelor's projects. It's a lot of fun. For the student, it's quite a lot of work because it's a 2nd semester project. So it runs for the entire duration of their 2nd semester. And they have to meet with me every week. So every week we have a minimum of a 1-hour conversation to make sure their project is going well. Quite often though, because we're often doing a physics experimental project or there's some modelling work, quite often I'll kind of see them during the week as well or catch up with them during the week. So I want to make sure that for both of those students, I've got my folders organised on my computer. So I've been putting into those 2 folders interesting papers that will be relevant to their project. I'm also going to make a little plan for them to start. The project only really lasts 12 weeks, so it's quite quick when you're the student, a couple of weeks of reading the background literature, a couple of weeks at the end to write it up. Suddenly the actual time to do work is quite small. So I like to go into the project with a little bit of an outline to give the students some direction to start. So I need to do that. And the final thing on my to-do list is I've been working with a couple of companies to come up with some master's project ideas for our MSc students. So the MSc students, they'll be starting their summer placement and they start in May and they run through until August or start of September. And again, as an academic lecturer, my job is to come up with project ideas for these MSc students to work on. But because I've got an industrial background, quite often I'll put forward experimental physics projects that are related not only to my interests, but also the interests of my kind of partner companies. So again, I've got a few emails to send out just to see where we are with the ideas. We don't start advertising these MSc projects until late January, so I've got a bit of time to work up those ideas. And then I think the students get to pick them around the February-March time. And then, as I said, the project will start at the end of May. So although undergraduate students have gone home for Christmas, I'm very much still actually involved in looking after student projects, even through this kind of build up to the Christmas vacation. I've got my MPhys students out on placement, and I'll have my bachelor students start with me at the beginning of February, and I'll have my MSc students start their project placements at the end of May. So I think sometimes when people say, oh, do academics get like long summer holidays? One of the reasons that actually we are working all throughout the year is because these students will be on different degrees, and that means they'll be doing their placements at different times. And actually we will have students working both over the Christmas period on placement and over the summer period on placement. But anyway, that was day 6. I'll be dealing with all these project students and checking their projects. I hope you're having a good day today. I hope things are going well for you. Take care of yourself. Do come back on Thursday to hear day 7. So if you want to hear what my 7th day of uni semester is, please do. And please do, like and subscribe and all the rest of it. It's so much fun to have a YouTube channel and to be able to talk about all things academic and university life. But take care. I hope to see you for day 7, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.